Once a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And once a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
I heard the intro.
Let me do that again. Ahman Green's Gamers. What's up? Welcome in too. I had us on mute to each other. I'm your host, Ahman Green, and welcome into the Gamers Lounge with my good friend and video game pal, Jon Ahman. Man, John, how you doing?
What is up, Ahman? I am okay. I'll wait to see. I'll wait to tell you what I'm into on the video game world when we check in here. But right. I am excited to be here. A lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff going on. If you couldn't tell, where I muted us and didn't take us off mute during the intro. So I got a lot of stuff I'm managing right now. Between obviously doing what I've been doing every week for almost 4 years now, is getting the Gamers Lounge ready. But then now with the whole getting ready for my class here in the spring, here in a few weeks, come March. What's up? I need to get right? Are you?
No, I'm just trying to get right, but it's like reversed and it's hard to do.
Oh, yeah. So, but it's a good thing, you know. I like being busy. I don't like to be not doing a whole lot. So I'm definitely got my list of things to do here in Lincoln, and it's been all great stuff. We actually got the tour last week on Friday of where our East Coast facility on campus in the student union will be, and got to walk around with all the, you know, I'll say Sherry Vale, who is the Dean of Students. Work along with her. She's kind of like my boss. She's awesome. She is a bulldog. She goes, and when she wants something, she gets it. That's what everybody said on campus with her work ethic and everything. So I'm excited for that. And because I like that. I like players, I like teammates that want to get it going. And I'm right there next to them. And then so we met with like the people who organize and run the student union and the folks that do construction on campus when they build a new part of something to add something to a building or take out a room or whatever, because we got some fire code things we got to make sure we set up for the room, because I think it's only capacity right now 49. We want more. Obviously we need more, because we don't have a lot more players in there than just 49 players at a time.
How big do you want that capacity?
Capacity, we want at least 100.
Okay.
So we got to add, I believe we got to add one more exit, because there's already 2 fire exits. So we got to add a third for safety, if not more. So we got to go through that process. And so we're going through that all right now in line with our spring break. So spring break, that's when the facility will get shut down. So we start building out and then getting ready for the fall. So the goal is to be ready by fall of 2023, September of 2023. That is the goal. And the great thing was to actually get some of the players that are on the esports club team now, that some of them already started their seasons of games. And I was able to tour with Z, I believe Sam and Jake, and they all were like, oh my God, this is going to be so awesome. You know, just to see their faces light up. Yeah. And their attitudes, just, you know, they're coming in because they didn't know what was going on. They kind of heard about me and what I'm doing and wasn't sure what I was here on campus about. But once I answered their questions, they're like, their whole faces just lit up. And that's what I wanted to see and hear. So that was the fun part of my last few, days here. And then obviously from the football weekend, we know Super Bowl is set. We got the Chiefs and the Eagles from Philly they're gonna raid the whole Philadelphia fan base of football fans, going to raid Tempe, Arizona. This is going to be interesting. So I'm excited. It's interested to see how that's going to go. What about yourself, John?
Well, I just felt bad for the Bengals player who pushed Mahomes out of bounds on that last drive.
Yeah, he tore his knee up too. Yeah, penalty,
insult to injury, right?
Right.
Injury to insult.
Yeah. You're right. Injury to insult. You're right. So yeah.
But I mean, he pushes Mahomes, that pushes him into field goal range. I felt so bad because that's such a, you can tell, like, obviously he's just playing on instincts, and it's the worst penalty at the worst time. And now your season's over and you don't go to the Super Bowl. They do because of what you did. He must feel awful.
Oh, I mean, Yeah, I mean, there's a potentially he feels awful. Hopefully, he feels he's went through it, the process that he was just making effort. The biggest thing is that hopefully it's nothing really bad with his knee because
With his knee.
I've had hyperextensions in my knees and elbows. I remember one time I was running in college where I put my hand on the ground, and then just as I put my hand on the ground, somebody came and hit my elbow the way
Stop.
it wasn't supposed to go.
I know exactly where you're going.
Oh man! And so I ended up playing with it. I taped that thing up so it couldn't go the other way. So I could. The good thing was I could hold the ball, but obviously I didn't want it to go anywhere like that way. So I've experienced that injury. So hopefully that's the worst. That's the only thing he's worried about right now is getting that knee rehabbed up. I mean, it's a play. He was trying to. Pat was obviously trying to do what he needed to do for his team to get that first down, which he got it. But then the extra 15 yards got him into the game-winning field goal range for Buckner, Harrison Buckner, who has been like I was told, he's been having like an up and down season with kicking field goals. So, and then,
well, I mean, the Super Bowl is here, and BetOnline remains your number one source for all your sports betting needs. So you'll always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. And as your continued source for all sports wagering info, it features live betting, free contests, giveaways all season long. It's the fastest and easiest way to bet on the Super Bowl, your favorite sports and events, any sport. Head to betonline.ag and receive your 50% welcome bonus with your first deposit. But make sure to use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, to receive your rewards. That's BetOnline, where the game starts. Ahman, I don't know how we missed this last week, but what I've been into is this.
Oh,
you hear it?
I saw this. I saw a preview of this on my I think it was on my YouTube. I jumped on there.
Can you hear the music?
Yes, I can. That is dope. And I saw some gameplay. I saw a little bit of gameplay. I was like, "Oh, are they bringing this back? Don't do this to us. Don't."
It's back. It is back on Xbox. It's on the Nintendo Switch on the N64 expansion.
Oh, it is back. I didn't know.
It's back. It was back last week. I downloaded it. You got to buy the N64 on the Switch for the expansion pack. It's on Xbox. You can play multiplayer on Nintendo, online play on Nintendo. Me and my buddy played. The only thing I have with this, and I loved it. I mean, I'm like, GoldenEye is back. It's just awesome. The controls on the Switch, it ain't working. It ain't working.
So they didn't fix that part. Oh,
no,
man.
but there's tutorials online, and you can set it up like in a way that makes sense. But guys, GoldenEye is back. It's finally back. It's on the Switch. It's on the Xbox Game Pass, and you can play GoldenEye online with friends. Like it's the late 90s, whenever this was, early 2000s, all over again.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna download that tonight. Today has started off a little rough for me, other than dealing with outside stuff. But this is going to brighten up the rest of my day playing this. Yodel Strudel, yes, I sent the message to your people, and your people is the Cheez-It people, and so I replied with my address to send me some Cheez-Its. So I'm getting some Cheez-Its, John.
Wait, what?
So Yodel Strudel somehow he knows Cheez-It, this Cheez-It company. What is it? Is that Kellogg's?
Mr. Cheez-It?
Is that
Mrs.
GM?
Cheez-It?
Is that GM or General Mills? Is that General Mills or I don't know. But anyway, so
what
he connected me in a DM. One of the viewers here, Yodel Strudel, connected me in a DM with Cheez-It Company, which Cheez-It is one of my favorite gaming snacks. That's my cheat. That's not my cheat. Obviously I do my cheat days and stuff. So on the weekends, that's when I will gorge myself with the regular. I know it's so many different flavors of Cheez-It now, but I just do regular flavor. So possible sponsor. Yes, Kellogg's. There, Yodel Strudel. Thank you. So yeah, I shot him a message. What is that? Is that what is it? Mad TV? Is this Mad TV? An old Mad TV clip? What is he saying? I don't hear him. Can you cheat?
He was saying Cheez-Its.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lord.
You couldn't hear it? Oh,
no, that's okay. No, that's okay. Okay. Is the volume turned up? Just turn the volume up. I just got to hear that. That looked pretty funny though. See the dude's Cheez-Its coming out of his soda cup. That's not cool. So let's get on to some quick hitting news bites here, because we got some good stuff here today. Let me get down to it. Bring it up here. Take that check-in down, and then John, your story's up. It's definitely interesting. I've been reading a little bit of it up here. Add it up. There it is.
All right. So I follow this Instagram account. I recommend you do too. It's called Metaverse, METAV, the number 3 RSE. And it just kind of has like the latest, AI/VR/whatever type of news.
Yeah.
And this is something that we talked about, Chat GPT. And one of the things is that kids are using it to cheat. They're just like, write my homework for me, Chat GPT. And Chat GPT is like, sure, no problem. And this is something like okay, listen, I'm not trying to claim that I saw this coming, obviously, and I said the thing that I thought of is like, how you have like data within photos where you can tell like, when it was taken. Like, why can't we do that with text? Why can't we just have data within text? You can tell whether or not this was used on Microsoft Word or Chat GPT or whatever. And so Chat GPT says that they've released a feature that can help teachers catch cheaters.
Ooh.
So your days of cheating are counting down here.
Don't do it.
Yep, they've rolled out a feature called AI Text Classifier that allows users to check if an essay was written by a human or AI. Right now, OpenAI, the company that produces ChatGPT, says it's imperfect.
You had to know that was coming. Like, for anybody that has those dirty thoughts of cheating on your math tests, cheating on your essays, you had to know this was coming. They were going to put in a spell check. This is spell check. Spell check. Because I know at the university level, I've been teaching for I've been coaching for a few years, and I know they have they already had like a different type of software that can find out if you just copied and pasted, because it reads the coding. If you were on a computer, there's some underlying coding you can find and search it through this app that was out before Chat GPT is out now.
Okay.
That would say, oh, this person just copied and pasted from the so-and-so website. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, you can't really get away with it with things. So good job, whoever created Chat GPT. There you go.
One other story I wanted to touch on. If you click the next picture on this, check this out.
Okay, hold on.
One real quick one here. These women aren't real. They are AI generated. What? You can generate hyper-realistic images of people. This is on the Instagram account, once again, a metaverse.
Right.
Don't exist with AI using a simple prompt. A Reddit user used Dreamlike Photoreal version 2, which is a photorealistic model based on whatever, blah, 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 to generate several women using a single simple AI prompt. So basically what it comes down to is you can make people from AI now, and it looks like that.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary.
I mean, it shouldn't be new to anybody in the video game world. I mean, you see the graphics improving and everything.
Exactly. I mean, similar. Remember, was it a couple years ago when Notorious did the deep fake video of my face?
Yeah, exactly.
On the weekend, I was like, and the cyberpunk video she did, it was like, oh my goodness.
Click the next pictures of these women.
Scary. It's scary. Yeah, it's interesting.
Fake. It's all computer made. Fake. Those aren't real people. Those are fake people.
I love you. I like you.
Man, catfishing is going to take a whole new step up.
Dude, that is, I mean, man. I mean, speaking of that, I just mentioned before we went live here, some hacker tried to get me with PayPal now.
Yeah.
And so it looked real legit, but then it said just, so they're using the Bitcoin thing. So I was like, okay, I don't do that. And they said, oh, your PayPal account, you just purchased $148 of Bitcoin from da 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 da. And I'm like, well, I know I don't do Bitcoin because I don't understand it one bit. And so one bit, play on words there. And so what I probably shouldn't have done right away is logged into my PayPal, obviously, to check it. So I should have waited, but I did it anyway. And hopefully I'm not hacked now. But it was all my typical things that I spend out of my PayPal account.
Well, I was going to say that to me,
come on, hackers.
When they're trying to trick you like that, like to me, it's just like, well, hold on. I have my PayPal app. Are there any charges like this says? No, there's not. You're fake. Goodbye.
And you get your notifications. So I hadn't got no notifications, no Bitcoin. It's just my usual notifications of the streamers that I sub to on Twitch here. So I was like, they tried. They're trying pretty good here. All right, let me head over to my stories here. I told you it's creepy. The internet, everything. No, this is fun. This is for Halo fans. You're like, you'll find out here that Halo Infinite will not have a story DLC for the series and now they're switching to Unreal Engine, which is a developers put out good stuff. They've done it in the past, so this is by way of Kotaku. So thank you to the people at Kotaku. Things are changing, as it says in Hello Developer 343 Industries, following, and that this is leading from the massive layoffs that they've had from across Microsoft. So I think with people getting laid off, then not obviously in-house to build out more of the data or more of the code to create the story. So it reportedly 95 people were laid off from Halo Developer. The studio is switching now to Unreal Engine and has no plans to make no more story content for 2021 Halo's Infinite. So continues to try to figure out what to do with the supposed Halo Battle Royale spinoff, and still in development. So the Battle Royale is called, they have a couple names. It's called Joint Ops, or it was God darn it, I hadn't played it in a while, so I forget. If it pops back in my head, I'll bring it up. So it's just interesting to know. I'm about the story. I mean, I beat the campaign already, so I really didn't think it was needed anything added on top of that. I just thought, okay. So, but as the story reads on here, it says it appears that 343 is basically starting from scratch with Halo. So, according to people familiar with the studio plans, company isn't actively working on no new campaign DLC or updates on Halo Infinite. Instead, the layoff developers of 343 were reported working on prototypes of new Halo games and projects in Unreal instead of designing new content for Infinite. So I say that's kind of like a yay and a okay. We gotta now wait for new games, but it's interesting what these new games would be, because it's a very popular shooter. I mean, other than what they did with like the tactical Halo they did back in I want to say like 2012, 11, Halo Tactics, or Halo Tactics or something like that. It's kind of like TFT. It's a game that myself and a lot of leaguers play. Halo Wars. Thank you, Renaissance. I was like, what's the name? So it's just interesting to see that. And so the only sad part about this, obviously, is the layoff side of it, John. Right. That's never good for a company. At that, but the good little shine a light, like I said, Unreal Engine is a solid developer. They have a good good experience in making games and remodeling games and getting games where fans like what they make. So in the Switch, it says here, apparently we'll start with the brand new Halo game, internally code. Is it Tatanka? If I'm saying that right, Tatanka. Let me see. Tatanka reportedly the game is being developed by 343 Texas-based studio Certain Infinity. A team has long history of working on previous Halo projects. So it seems Tatanka started out as a battle royale, but could evolve into different directions. So that says a whole lot of maybe nothing, because it said a whole bunch of different directions. It's like, where are you gonna go? You did battle royale. You're working on battle royale, which they don't have now in Halo Infinite, which I thought was going to be a thing by now because of some of the other gameplay they've been previewing since Halo Infinite came out 2 years ago now. But it's right there because they know Call of Duty, or Activision's doing it with Call of Duty, Epic is doing it with Fortnite, and it's a popular thing because the skins become obviously micro economics where they can make money for themselves. So I think it will be a good play. Just obviously they got to make it look and feel good for us as gamers, because as you know, John, we will complain, we will say this is not good. I won't. I'm not that. I don't get.
There'll be people complaining.
Yeah, I won't. I'm a Halo fan through and through. I love them all. I know a lot of people don't love all the Halos, but I'm one of few. I love all the Star Wars, which we know that's for fans out there. That's not true. Not all the fans love every Star Wars movie that's been created. So I'm the one of few that say, hey, all of them, even Empire Strikes Back, Jar Jar Binks, what was the problem? I don't know. I still liked him. He was comic relief. That's all he was. So
it was something.
It was something. So the whole big kind of letdown, because Halo Infinite was supposed to be the big game. Took 10 years to make this game, if you remember. I know I do. I've been playing this thing. So for Xbox and 343 to have launched this game and now they had the great reviews in the beginning to now where it's going now, where they kind of don't know with a few Halo projects, as they mentioned, and now 343 or Unreal is taking over. So it's going to be interesting where this thing falls. So for Halo fans out there that are in the chat, and you haven't played it yet, John, right? You watched the series. You watched the series, right? Or any others? Oh, no. It's on Paramount Plus. It's good.
Oh, I have Paramount Plus because I wanted
Yeah.
to watch a football game once, so they made me sign up.
Oh, they got your $4.99. There
They
you
got
go.
my $4.99.
Oh man.
And
Sergeant.
Apple, by the way, just sent me an email, said we love your $4.99, but now you're going to give us $6.99.
Oh, they bumped it up. They bumped it up. At least you got the notification, so at least you knew it was coming. And didn't shock you, didn't surprise you.
I was like, yeah, it's not enough that I spent $1,000 on your stupid cell phones. Now you got to steal $2 more a month from me just because you want more money.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that's how businesses work. That's how sometimes it works. Hey, what's up, JFK man? Hope you're doing well. Sergeant Maul Reynolds in the house as well, doing good. And then Renaissance says, "What about this, John? Here we go."
Woo! Oh, because it's showtime.
Because no commercials. Hey, I guess that's that's awesome.
Yeah.
Get a good deal there. No commercials. I guess no commercials is a thing.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, I can see how that's
it's worth it. I mean, I kind of mind through when the commercials pop up. That gives me time to go do something else. But I know a lot of people hate commercials.
What's funny is like on Peacock, which by the way, my free year is done, so I'm giving $5 for Peacock too.
Right.
And the only reason I do it is because The Office is on there. So I basically spend $60 a year to watch The Office. I should probably just buy the whole collection on Blu-ray and save myself money in the long term. But with Peacock, they'll put ads in there too, and I find that's my time to look at my phone.
Right.
The 60-second phone break.
Use commercials as for a practical sense. Go use the bathroom. Delete emails. Play a little quick round of Clash Royale.
Grab a glass of water.
Go make some tea. There you go. You got about 15 seconds to about 2.5 minutes. You could do a lot in that time in these days, especially if you have Chat GPT. There you go. All right, next story up here on the list. We got FaZe Clan, man. And right now they're struggling. They're struggling right now.
I don't get this.
Yeah,
none of this makes sense to me.
So top gaming influencer group FaZe Clan, as the title says, is now a penny stock. So a penny stock is basically, in other words, where 1 year the company was evaluated. It's said in the story here, it was claimed to be worth $700 million. And now, just 6 months later, the stock is worth only a penny. Or let's say not exactly a penny. It says the stock price fell below $1. So it's 80 cents. So it continued to slide through the last week. So this is as of almost 12 days ago, January 20th, almost 2 weeks ago, that it dropped down to worth 80 cents to the dollar. So
you could buy stock in this?
Yeah, they went public.
New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, they went public about within the last five to 10 years. That's how they've been growing, because obviously, between the gaming, winning championships, but then bringing on people like Snoop Dogg, Little Bronny, LeBron's son. I believe he was FaZe. Nick Merckx, who's a popular streamer, plays a lot of Apex, a lot of Warzone. So those streamers, along with the pro side of it too, they had teams. They had a Call of Duty team. They had, I think they have Smash Brothers. I mean, Rocket League, NBA 2K players, things of that nature. So, and then JFK just, as it says in this article, they just dropped a shoe collab, I believe. I don't think they're doing bad. It says
94% over the last 6 months.
Right. So, I mean, you could say what JFK say, they're not doing too bad because they got a shoe, but hopefully that shoe is selling a lot. But here on the facts, some of the facts of the drop in stock, it says if things stay that way for over a month, FaZe Clan will get delisted from the New York Stock Exchange entirely. So it's not effectively a penny stock and a ticky time bomb. So last September, FaZe Clan reported a 43.9 million cash on hand. Forums recently projected it would likely run out before the end of 2023. The company, the company was never The company was never profitable, but now it's something even worse. A company that can't convince anybody it one day will be. So it's saying a lot there. And it's just kind of the stock line as you see it. You saw for September 22. So it looked like mid-September. That's where it started. It actually started before that. I would say started at the start of September.
Is this the time to buy? It's at 84 cents right now. Is this the time to buy because it's so low, or is this the time to not buy because it is now going to be off the stock exchange?
If you would buy now, you would buy saying, okay, I will just spend this amount just to see what happens. I think that would be a smart buyer would say. I wouldn't put all my eggs in and buy. I would say buy like JFK, but I wouldn't, I'll buy see, it's 80 cents to the dollar. So you could buy $100 of this and get, and that's pretty good. And if you lose that $100, that won't be a huge loss for yourself. So
is it only spending money on unnecessary stuff or also bad sponsorship deals? Asks Orsuna.
Let's finish here. So it's the real money has been always advertising though. So there you go. Which I've been learning here when I'm doing with building out the esports program is advertising funds. So FaZe Clan's gamble was believing it could successfully sell its members huge social media followings and to other brands desperate to reach Gen Z, which we know Gen Z demographic is tough. They are very opinionated and you got to impress them. If you don't, you're going to get pushed to the curb, and their younger siblings. The group collaborated with big names like Snoop Dogg, and I didn't know Pitbull. That was dope. And in June of 2021, FaZe Clan sought to convince the money people it wasn't just a bunch of dudes playing video game, appearing on the cover of a recently gutted Sports Illustrated. So the 4 months later, it announced plans to raise nearly $300 million in cash to go public by way of a special purpose acquisition company space. A valuation of $1 billion was tossed around in its press releases. So right there, that was the hype. So when you get that company to say, hey, this company's worth a lot, then everybody's gonna be like, oh, they're gonna clamor too, because you have people promoting it and also putting out words and statements like this. And you have the evaluation, you have the first round of investing, then you have second round of investing. And when all that is happening, that's where people's eyebrows and ears perk up like, oh, those are words I like to hear. First round, second round. Because when you're in second round investing, that means you get in another round of hundreds of millions of dollars to get your company moving and going. And where they're already moving and going from all the winnings and other stuff they had done. And I say before they decided to go public, basically, John.
I feel like if there's ever a time to like shake things up and get your blank together, now would be the time. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to decide buy, sell. Like if there's, because like our last Mr. College says that is going to be delisted soon.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if they don't get their blank together, like now would be the time. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like if there's ever a time that it was going to go up, you'd have to get your blank together before you got delisted.
Yeah, and then Osana here, one of my faculty members, says it's only spending money on necessary stuff, also bad sponsorship deals. So it's a combination. It could be that combination of both. Because if you're trying to lay your hat on impressing Gen Xers or boomers, that you're gonna make a business off of content creation or creators. I'm sorry, not creation, but like streamers. That's not going to go. You need a little bit more than that. They do have the teams and they got a deal. I'm not sure if the shoe deal was with Nike or Adidas, but I'm pretty sure it was Nike to put that shoe out. So you have that stuff, but that's all be also money being spent because obviously product has to be made. And then you got to get that product made and put it in the faces of the consumer some way, somehow, if it's on the internet or if it's in the actual physical store like Nike Town. If it is Nike, I can't remember exactly who that was. So
you know what it reminds me of real quick? Can I share my screen? Are we going to move on to this or that next?
No, we can share your screen and we'll move on.
It reminds me of, anybody ever watch Parks and Rec? Yeah, Entertainment 720. When they Aziz Ansari's character.
Yeah. Did you click audio? When you shared it, you got to share your screen and click audio.
Yeah, is it sharing?
Yes, but no audio.
No audio? God dang it.
You got to click the little button, little tab in the left-hand corner of your screen when you're up on share screen. Yeah, you do it. It's okay. But yeah, so hopefully, because FaZe Clan is obviously a prominent esports org, and hopefully they get the actual information. There you go. Boom, got it.
Entertainment, we'll handle it. Film production, television, radio, advertising,
record production, DJing. We will create YouTube videos that your kids actually watch. I will write your tweets and your Facebook statuses.
Club promotion, personal promotion, memorial videos for pet funerals, dogs, cats, fish, tiny horses, giant lizards, you name the animal.
Visual effects for raids.
I don't know. It just reminds me of the company that Tom Haverford and his buddy started.
Right. I get you. I get you. But you got to really, this is so what? Oh, excuse me. My arm support fell off to the left here. I'm good. But yeah, go to the article, read it. It's on Kotaku. But what you got, what's FaZe and a lot of esports orgs got to or are either know already or they're going to find out because of this, is that it's not that easy. Obviously, if you have a really good club of players, you know, they have 100 members plus, and I think that's including the streamers or people like Snoop Dogg and Little Bronny. You still have to work the business side of it. You got to have that esports business side where you're not only talking but following up, doing the things that you should be doing as a company to continue to have that ROI, that return on investment that you could say for yourself as a company, but then also for the people that you're sponsoring with. Like, what value are you bringing to those companies that sponsor you or partner with you? So if they're sitting there talking with Nike or Snoop Dogg, like, how are you going to make you valuable to Snoop Dogg? You know, how FaZe is going to be valuable to Snoop Dogg, or how FaZe is going to be valuable to Nike, and then how you get them to understand that. So Nike, we're gonna make y'all popular with Gen Z generation because of this. And if Nike be like, oh yeah, you're right, so then boom, that's where everything flows. Then money starts coming in, and that's the good part. But if you can't convince those companies that you're working with of that valuation of how valuable, even though you're worth a lot of money, but in the long run, you gotta have that sustainability. You know, if you could be around not just for 5-10 years, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, then 100 years. That's what companies that want to work with you looking for. They want that consistency. You know, it's no different in football. You know, I did what I did for so long only because I was producing yards. I could run the ball. And once the team figured I couldn't run the ball, or any running back or quarterback could throw the ball, they like, all right, we gotta move on. We gotta exit. You have to exit stage left. So read the article, a little learning lesson there in I say stocks and building on this esports organization. So all right, let's head over to this or that, John, and the audio is going if you want to know this or that.
Or that. This or that. And you can also join in on this or that by submitting your this or that question on
the Discord. Please do it
in the Discord. Hey, I wouldn't. I mean, comment on social media. We'll see that too. I mean, however you want to do it.
Yeah,
Discord's
we're on Twitter.
The top way of doing it.
Well,
so Big B. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm not on Twitter yet. I did get the email, so I got to reply to the emails and see. Hopefully, I get it restarted. So
that's crazy how long that process takes.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's okay. It's one less social media account I got to post into, because we're getting great clips done by my man Jeremy. He's been balling on the clips, so we gotta get it. If y'all if y'all watch the clips, hey, thank Jeremy Swick. He is balling out of control. The clips are hilarious. They're awesome the way he cuts it up. John, you're becoming a star, man. You're hilarious. I just gotta say, when I see those clips, I'm like, John is funny. I always knew that, but now it's all. I get to replay it just for all day, every day now. So here we go. First
all
one
right.
up.
This one from Big B. This or that. Great question. Jimmy John's or Subway?
And then Jeremy sent me a text. He said, great this or that, but it's Cousin Sub. So if you live in Wisconsin, there's a sub place called Cousin Subs. Yeah, that's pretty on point. And I've been there a few times. So we got JF Cake with Subway, Yodel Strudel, Subway. And I know Jeremy, he's Cousin Subs because he's in Wisconsin. So what about yourself, John?
This is easy for me. It's Jimmy John's. And here is why it's Jimmy John's.
Okay.
Because I'll go in there. I've stopped eating the bread from Jimmy John's. It's whatever.
Oh, you do the lettuce thing then?
I do the lettuce wrap. And
right.
It is 1,000 times more delicious sandwich. I'm telling you. And it's not just because it's healthier and less carbs. It's because it actually tastes better and it's crunchy and it's really, really. I would highly recommend the Jimmy John's Unwich, it's called.
The Unwich, yes, I've heard of that.
Get the bread. The bread's great too, but it's the Unwich, man.
You want to mix things up? There you go with the Unwich. I think Subway. No, Subway doesn't have that. Jersey Mike's has that, and that's where
Jersey Mike's is good too, man.
Who put that up here? I just saw somebody have Jersey Mike. McCollege says Jersey Mike's is a good one. They have Pot Bellies. I've been to Pot Bellies. That's a good one. Pot
Bellies, the goat.
Yeah. They have a veggie Mediterranean sandwich that I get every time in there. It's so good. It's really good. But Subway, let's say Subway and what was the other one?
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John. I would say I am a sandwich artist. I am. I grew up with Sam. I worked at Subway when I was in high school.
Okay.
So, but the things have changed differently. You know, the food there changed. Some of the sandwiches changed.
You know how much a foot long is nowadays?
What is it, like $8?
It's
Something
like
like
$8
that?
or $9,
Yeah.
man.
It was
There's
$5. Remember, it was $5 foot long. Is that
That's
commercial?
never coming back. They'll never, unless they do it for like a week just to have fun. It's
for nostalgic's sake, I'm gonna say Subway. But Jimmy John's is good. And then what we had, Yodel Street. Oh, wait a minute. Yodel Street. Oh no, Orson. Faculty said Orsana says pancakes or waffles. We've done that one, and I think I'm a waffles guy on that. We've done that one. That's a good one.
Hey, I got
Orsana.
one real quick.
Yeah.
Lettuce instead of bread. Put the bottle down, sir. No, I'm serious, Rome. Try it. All I ask is that you try it and then just honestly evaluate it afterwards. And you tell me that that's not a better tasting sandwich with lettuce instead of bread.
I've done burgers that way, which is a thing. So, I'm trying to, watch the carbs at sometimes. And so you do the lettuce wraps. It falls all over. It do break apart though, real easy. They meant the $5 6-inch long.
They might do a $5 6-inch longs now.
I love that, college. I love that. All right, next one on the list here, John.
Okay, next.
It's a fun one. It's a fun one for y'all. From Eeyore, he's always coming up with the nice ones here.
Gaming cartoon, Super Mario Brothers or Legend of Zelda? What was the Mario Brothers cartoon? What is it?
Well, they got the movie, they got the cinema locked down. So we've seen a lot of Mario movies, and we have a new one coming out later this year in April with Chris Pratt and John Leguizamo.
I think that looks amazing, by the way.
It looks awesome. We have not seen a lot of is Legend of Zelda movies or TV shows. I know they're comic books. I think it's been small cartoon skit series, nothing big though. Oh wow, you forgot audio again.
Is this one here?
There you go. What is this? I mean, I know what it is, but what? Oh, I kind of remember this cartoon. Yes, I do.
This is
wow. I do remember this. I like how they brought in the rap side on this part.
This is cringy.
This was that's what Notorious says right there. Diary of cringe. I like to go Mario because they've been showing he's been the first of the Nintendo brands out there. You're right, Notorious, by the way.
Yeah, that was.
I'm gonna have to go Super Mario Brother too. I know whenever they decide to hit Legend of Zelda, it's gonna be awesome. They have great storylines there.
I'll go with Super Mario Brothers as well, but I agree with Sergeant Mal Reynolds. That is hard to watch.
It's very true, very true. All right, this one is for anybody living in a cold state now, which I'm in. You're in, John, and Notorious. A lot of people that are in stream right now. So here we go. From Scar Hunting. Flannels
or leather jackets? I'm flannels. Flannels are comfy. Flannels are where it's at. Leather jackets, I mean, I don't. I bought a leather jacket in high school. I still have it. Do you want me to go grab it? It's upstairs.
For sure.
Okay,
gotta do that. Go do that. So I give out my answer here. I do have a bunch of leather jackets. I don't have many flannel. I have flannel sheets, which are very warm. I say for the wintertime, I'm gonna have to go flannel. The flannel sheets are warm, so I've had one or two. I have one or two. I have one. I had a flannel shirt. This is not flannel, but I do have a flannel button up, so I'm going there. Leather coats for JFK, very cool. Notorious says,
y'all remember?
Oh, leather jackets look cool, but flannels are functional. If I had to choose, who was that? Say McGillen?
M. Julian Wilson's. Remember
Julian
in the mall? You'd walk by that.
Oh yeah. Yep, fun.
I got this when I was like 16. Haven't worn it,
and it still fits. It still fits. Nice.
How's that look?
Yep.
How's that look?
It looks awesome. I remember Wilson's. Yep. I had one jacket from Wilson's. That was the one and only one before I got all these jackets. Jordan leather jackets. Look, he's doing his model runway walk right there.
What's this?
You found something. Hey, what's always good when you wear a jacket a long time, you got like $20 in the pocket or $1 in the pocket, pretty cool. It's like, oh,
Apparently-
nice. I'm glad I wore this.
I went to the doctor in 2013,
Oh,
and here's my receipt. And
that's the last.
I didn't wear this. I don't know why it's in here. I haven't worn this in forever.
Somebody else probably snuck that in there or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got Hulk versus Spawn says flannels are comfy, and Latorius loves the fact that you went to Wilson's Leather, saying you're so cool there. Yodel Strudel says based solely on figure behind Ahman, CTR, or Mario Kart. Yeah, that is CTR. That's Crash Bandicoot right there. If you see him, and he's holding one of our next question. It's coming up here in a few seconds. Here, it's actually the last question of the day. What Crash Bandicoot is holding behind me. So next question on the list, John.
Okay,
this is the good one.
I must have been wearing this in 2012. I don't know. All right,
try to figure it out.
Donuts without filling or donuts with filling? Without.
Yeah, I'm without as well. That's easy. That's an easy one for me. I like them straight glazed. I was just talking about this to my friend Mike and his wife that, oh my God, Randy's Donuts here in Los Angeles, California will change your life. Shout out to Randy's Donuts off the 405 freeway, right about a mile away from the LAX airport. If you have a cell phone, just Google the name Randy's Donuts. It'll pop right on up. I think it's like La Cienega, and then it's across the street. It's like I don't know. I know it's not far.
I
from
gotta try these Randy Donuts because
they awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. If we ever go to, we will be going to LA sometime in the future.
Okay,
that is the first place I'm taking you. So donuts without filling, because they have so many donuts without filling there that taste great. Great. They got a maple bacon donut.
That's
maple
ridiculous.
syrup bacon donut. The glazed blueberry red velvet cake donut. Splendid. So it depends on the filling. Cream, Boston cream, strawberry, blueberry. Yodel strudel there, because that's a determining factor too, is the filling, what's in there. So you gotta find an old lottery ticket. There you go, John. Hopefully, oh man, that would have been awesome if you found that in there.
And then it like expired. I could have had a lot of money.
Donut without, all right. So no filling. There's nothing more disappointing when you bite into a donut and it is pudding, not frosting. Well, that means you didn't look at the menu, Notorious, and see that what because they should tell you what the filling is. It's not a mystery thing, like a mystery. Right. Oh, guess what the filling is when you buy it? Like, no, I don't want something that I don't know what's in the middle. What the heck wrong with you? He said, mine got here and realized there was a Krispy Kreme and yeah, I did. I forgot I didn't know. I knew it was here, but I didn't think it because it was Green Bay is gone. It came for a year and then it got kicked out of Green Bay. I don't know what it did wrong, but it just didn't work.
I can't believe I remember when Krispy Kreme came to the La Crosse, Wisconsin area where I used to live.
Yeah.
And there were lines. It was like you'd have to wait like an hour to get a donut. People freaked out.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go for a Krispy Kreme donut run this Saturday on my cheat day. I think I'm going to do that. I need that in my life right now. All right, next one on the list. Almost done. Actually, this is the last one. Here we go. Boom.
Oh, you got to explain to me what the difference is. Pokemon Blue or Pokemon Red? This one's from Eeyore.
I was going to ask that to the chat. Ask the chat.
Because I Googled it, and it says, I mean, there was a red version and a blue version of the game for Game Boy. Is that what he's referring to?
Yeah, I mean, they made like just Scarlet and Violet just came out. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You got to ask the Pokemon.
It's just a way for them to sell more games.
True. Crash Bandicoot is holding Pokemon Scarlet I got for Christmas behind me. I haven't opened it yet. It's still in the plastic because I know it's a game you got to put some time and effort in because you got to find the Pokemons, you got to capture them, and then you got to train them to fight, and then you got to get them ready to ball. Fight and brawl with other Pokemon trainers. So I'm gonna be that guy. So, so we have who we have Instagram.
There it is.
Yodel Strudel or Sergeant Maul says it isn't there just a couple different Pokemons you can get. Games or actual Pokemon?
No, the Pokemon. That's what people are saying right now.
No, there's more than one. It's like a whole bunch of them. It's like over 1,000 of them. Man.
No, but different Pokemon in each game.
Yeah. Oh, that. Oh.
So you buy the red and you can get these, but so-and-so is only in the blue.
There we go. I
Yeah.
think that's the difference. There you go. It's just Pokemon in each one. There you go. JFK, they're answering our questions right now. I misread these. All right. I think that's it. Is that all? That's all. Is that everything? Yep, that is. All right. We are moving on. Thanks there for the questions. We're going to get into some game releases, John, and it's playing right now.
Release the games. Game releases.
Release the All right, your game's up first, John.
All right. Once again, Ahman sends a list of games on a text. I pick the ones that I think sound the coolest. It's basically like judging a book by its cover, but I'm judging games by their names. And the first one I picked was, is this Season?
Yep.
Okay. Season, A Letter to the Future. As we watch here. Basically, Season is available, A Letter to the Future, on PS5, PS4, and PC.
Yeah.
You play as a young woman from a secluded village, exploring the world by bike for the first time, writes IGN, collecting memories before a cataclysm washes everything away. Season is a quest to discover a new world, one unknown yet familiar. Document, photograph, and record life as you find it, while you still can. So that's what it is. You walk around after a cataclysm washed everything away, and you take pictures and document and record what you can.
So you're just living life after a disaster, pretty much, seems like, right?
Pretty much. I think,
Okay.
I think
So
you
you
nailed
basically like kind of like patching your life back together. I'm liking the games that they're coming up with because they're not. Oh, that's just a replay. Sorry.
because they're not what? They're not.
I mean, I'm like how they just addressing certain things about gaming. Like some of the games on the list that I didn't bring up was like Power Wash Simulator. Like they're teaching people practical things, you know. And like this game is kind of like repairing your life after a disaster. It's like teaching you that. Like that's mental stuff that people go through every day. You know what I'm saying? If you kind of see that connection in the game, it's like you're playing a game. Like it was a tragedy. Now you got to just piece your life slowly back together. You know, build your mental back, build the land back, or whatever. You know, discover new things about yourself. So
This thing's dusty. I'm starting to rub my eyes.
or the jacket.
Jacket.
It's been up in the closet since you said high school, right?
I thought so. I must have worn it in 2012, 2013.
Oh, or even 2012. Yeah, no,
It's been 10 years at least.
Oh my gosh.
My next game.
There we go. Next game on the
Which
list.
just seems like really kind of silly and fun. I picked this because I thought my 9-year-old daughter would have fun with it. This is called Fashion Police Squad.
Man, this is you. This is for you. This is not for your daughter.
Yeah. No, now that we watch it. It's a humorous, though, retro first-person shooter where you fight against fashion crime using attire-enhancing weaponry.
So the beautiful part is fashion crime. You like getting people because they can't dress.
Right. You're like, that's awful. Socks with sandals? Bam. You know? And then you just slap them or whatever.
Or they show the dude with his pants sagging. I like that. Anybody with their pants sagging, I'm taking them out. I'm taking them out. You're
Sergeant Dez and experience a single-player story full of fabulous characters, dazzling encounters, and fierce runway shows.
He is jumping from chandelier and rooftops with a belt. Just letting you know. I just observed that as an observation.
Boom. Look at that. Get ready. Shooting people for some tailor-made justice.
Play on word. A nice little play on words there. Hey. Fashion Police. Wow. They're coming off the top rope with that one. Oh, wait a minute. I missed it. Yeah. Oh, no. He just flushed the toilet. Hold on. Let me pause that and go back. I missed that. Rewind that. I thought it was over. I forgot about that piece. There we go. We got to show this part.
There it is.
On PC. Oh, my goodness.
My last one, real quick. My last one is...
Oh, golden. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Golden.
You can click it back on. Click it back on. You got it.
Hold up. I feel like I can freestyle to this. If I knew how to freestyle. Golden Eye. It's back. Xbox, Nintendo Switch. Get that N64 expansion pack. You can play online against your buddies. It's like it's 1999 all over again. Whatever year. I don't even know what year this came out. But the controllers are kind of funky on Switch. What I'm doing. Podcast. It's awesome, man. It's back. And I tried to play my buddy, and it hits again, man. It's like you're drinking Mountain Dew and eating pizza and playing GoldenEye with your buddies. It's awesome.
Hey, that's fire. I love the beat. The beat, that's smoking right there.
That's the pause menu on GoldenEye.
Oh man,
So
come on. You gotta
Y'all
go.
know you
I'm
love
downloading that. I didn't know it was on Xbox like that. Oh my
we should
goodness.
stream live us playing GoldenEye.
What you got this evening open?
No,
You got
I've got a
anything?
basketball game.
Dang. Because I think this is an early day for me. I got to do some GoldenEye. And
Yeah.
I'm back home. This is where it started for me. When I started playing GoldenEye, I came back to college to finish my degree. I was literally right down the street from the apartment I stayed in. And my teammates that I played with, a couple of them also came back to get their degree. They would destroy me on that game. Now I got all the reflexes. I know the strategy. I just want to murk them, just destroy them now. Because, they are trash talking. You know how us football players do. Except for me, I don't trash talk. I just play the game and I figure it out. And eventually I figure out how I can beat you. All right, my game up here. Let me get it going.
1997, by the way, GoldenEye.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful game. All right, here we go. We got Deliver Us from Mars. Is it playing? There we go.
What happened here?
So you uncover. Whoa, that's loud.
Ooh.
So it's a sci-fi
Please come in.
game here from
Mission Opera has only one objective.
PlayStation,
Bring the Arcs and their
Xbox Series X,
revolutionary
PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Uncover the truth behind the outward organization and learn the faith of Kathy's father in an action-packed adventure of epic stakes and deep personal drama. When Deliver Us from Mars, it launches tomorrow, February 2nd, on, like I mentioned, PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox Series X, all those places, and on PC. So we're talking about an RPG first-person storyline here, and it just looks fantastic. You have a little, like they said, drama, looking for a father here, and you're on Mars, a planet that we might inhabit one day, John, as Earthlings. I want to be on that planet, though, for real. I want to be, if that happens, just like I want to play this game. Good storyline here. I love PlayStation does a good job. Sony does a good job of telling stories. Obviously, they have the pedigree for that.
We have to leave. I will not.
What were you about to say?
I was gonna say if Elon has his way, we'll be on Mars.
For sure.
I'm actually reading a book about advancing humanity and what it would actually take to spread our species to other planets, and Mars is obviously the one that we have to get to first.
Play this game and then get your mind right.
Yeah,
for that, to go into Mars, just being on that planet or in the game, excuse me, and get you Total Recall as well. That'll help you.
Right, that was on Mars.
That was on Mars. Oh yeah, and this next game looks super fun right here. This is gonna be the game where if you play this game in an inebriated state, it's gonna mess you up. Let me get it up on the screen and going and popping. It is called Infulencer.
7 facts about the Infulencer.
Infulencer. There you go.
Are the Infulencer.
I'll let the voice go.
Infulencer travel the lands and battle one another by drawing beasts with the living ink on the pages of medieval manuscripts.
I'll let the voice just tell the story.
The living ink is a precious substance.
So it tells you how to play the game right here.
An army of your own beasts and replenish it when slaying your foes. You draw in this game? Really? Skillfully
So just imagine, John, trying to play this game
and
on weed, man.
Be sure to harness your beast's special abilities. Is this basically a strategy game?
So it's a strategy.
Your attacks,
I feel like there's a high learning curve here, but
it's a creative game, correct? It takes you all through the little details of the game right here, which I like.
Also deal damage. Shove beasts around and heal the wounded with a gesture. Did I just see a donkey with a trumpet?
Yes,
up
you
its
did
back?
see a donkey
Is
with a
this on
trumpet.
mobile? Is this
No,
on
this is
Unique
on all.
locations.
It's on PC,
Collect gold and
Xbox Series X, and
prestige.
Xbox One.
Build
It
your
came
own
out
destiny.
earlier this week on the
Defeat
31st.
medieval
On
gods.
yesterday, actually, came out
Sounds like
yesterday.
Yoda.
Collect perks to unleash hidden powers.
It will give. It is available now on PC Early Access on Xbox Game Pass.
Oh,
Game
you can
Pass.
duel other Infulenati in
So
a
you got
foot
all these
sequence.
little things you can build
Choose
out
the
your
right
little
manuscript for
towns
you,
or your
set
forts or your
preferences, and duel
castles.
until all
Create
ink is
characters.
gone.
So I know a lot of gamers that love to
See
create
the living
characters,
out of you.
and it's like Storybook is
Memento
the
mori.
the platform.
The impending apocalypse is
Right.
done. You think Latin makes you sound fancy, huh? Hellish fire
Oh.
or a deadly plague.
Dang.
Even the most vicious battle will come
And you got
to
the
an end.
normal
Those who live by the
medieval
ink die by the
type of villains or
But the story lasts
antagonists
forever.
in the storyline here, and a lot of farting going
Where do I
on.
get it?
A lot.
Do I need to sign up for
It's
it?
half the game.
That is a weapon. To use your
A
flatulence
curse
is
of
a weapon is
the
in this
open.
game.
Of course.
Let me
Oh my god,
play.
that's too funny right there. Okay.
Wow.
Go check it
Okay.
out. It's everywhere. Oh my goodness. That is off the chain, man.
Hmm.
Off the chisel chain. It is an honorable mention one. It is called Back Firewall. I had to throw this one up. So you're a cell phone program. Hold up. Let me get the video.
Wait, what?
ready. Yeah. So you're you're like a
cell phone?
bot. You're a bot. Just let it roll.
Okay. Oh, not a code.
So you're inside a cell phone as a program that is, you're in the settings of the phone.
Okay, it's kind of like that movie, that kids movie,
Yeah.
the Emoji Movie.
Yeah. So you're the person. It's like you're like a code that like enables the switch button. You know, when you need to enable something. You know, and you gotta protect the phone from breaking down, basically.
I like
So you-
this.
So
This
that's
is a
why you
cool
call
concept.
back firewall. So I was like, let me throw this in there because we were talking about being hacked and all that fun, goofy stuff. Well, it ain't fun and goofy when you get hacked, but just saying.
Do you have to stop hackers in this game?
You gotta make sure the phone doesn't break down. So you're the firewall.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Or hackers. So they give
This looks kind of fun.
Yeah, they give the technology in the game legs and arms and a head and a voice. It's pretty cool. I was like, oh, I gotta bring this up.
Story inside a phone. Yeah.
I'm
An
like,
operating
oh.
system that doesn't want to update.
Yeah, so you gotta make sure the operating system updates. You gotta be like knocking on this door. Hey man, you better update the phone or the phone won't work. So here's the trailer now. Oh, that's the trailer.
Who had the amazing
Oh,
Dude,
man.
this is going to happen in the future when AI gets into our phones and it's not going to want to update.
ants working?
Yeah, so it even drives to the point of what I'm talking about with video games. They are practicality in gaming. So with that, from all these games we watched today, your game, Season, A Letter to the Future, teaches you how to get past the tragic moment and like rebuild, start from scratch and keep going. Deliver Us from Mars is getting us ready for the time, the moment when we'll actually inhabit Mars. You got to think about that. So it's putting the thought in our head, like, could I live on Mars if you played that game? You know, could I do it? And
Right.
then Illuminati just talks about a lot of flatulence. But you could create characters. You can create characters and be creative then in that standpoint. But and then backfire wall, you could create become a little code or robot that harasses the update robot to say, hey, update the phone to make sure it works so it ain't broken. So practicality, I don't know if that's the word or not, but practicality, you get what I'm saying, right, Chad?
I understand.
John?
We get it.
We get it. All right, now let's head over to Once on Stream so we can break down last two episodes.
Oh, great time. Let's go.
Wednesday.
Row, row, row your
You hear
boat.
this?
Gently up the-
You hear this?
Sorry.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
So here we go.
Let's start the episode. People
Mute that. We don't need that voice, that British voice. We have our voices. So episode 6 or 7, and it's If You Don't Woe Me by Now. I love how they use woe throughout the whole of all the titles. So John, you always have a great, fantastic introduction to it. You start it, and I'll follow up.
Okay, so Wednesday we're wrapping up the final 2 episodes. Episode 7, Uncle Fester.
I always love Uncle Fester. It was Christopher Lloyd in the movie.
Yes, that's right.
And then my man he's from like Oregon or something like that. Portland, the Portland show. And
Yeah, that's who it is, right? It's
I forgot his name.
I that's the guy. I'm like, oh, that's the guy, but I don't know his name.
Portlandia. That's
Portlandia, but he's like, wasn't he on SNL?
Yep, I think he did some SNL skits. Yep.
Yeah, who is that guy? Chat, can you help us out? Fred Armisen.
There we go. Thank you.
There it is. So Uncle Fester's here. Wednesday then questions the Trevor Lawrence kid. I'm sorry, Xavier. This is Xavier.
Yes.
About whether or not he is the true monster. And then she finds a book about monsters in the Nightshade hiding spot or whatever, and they learn about the hide. And what else happens? And then they go trying to find, in this part here, they're trying to track down him.
She's doing some investigating here, trying to figure out why is he meeting with her psychiatrist, and she's still trying to find the killer. I think at this point she may know that the monster is being controlled by somebody and that it's a hide. And so that's what she's trying to find out right now.
But what a crappy GPS detector that Uncle Fester has to try to find this kid. Do you see that thing? It looks like it's from a 1980s movie. Like what they thought a GPS would look like.
It's Uncle Fester, though. He's just rolling.
There's phones in this series.
True, and Uncle Fester doesn't work on that, man.
Good point.
He works on Uncle Fester time and technology, which it could be anything.
That's a great point. She also goes on a date with Cafe Guy, otherwise known as Tyler. And they watch Legally Blonde right here. Watch him. Oh,
I was like, that's Legally Blonde. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that. I've seen it a few times. I had kids,
And then they almost kiss, right?
They almost do. I think they do.
Later on they do.
They do.
And we'll talk about that in a second. But also in this episode, someone stabbed Thing. Like, that was pretty shocking to see. Thing stabbed the wall.
He got impaled. Which is cold-blooded. I'm like, dang, that means they really didn't like Thing, because Thing is like cool. You got a ham running around doing your bidding. Hey, that's the G right there. And then there you go. He's on the wall. So I know it's over for whoever it is, because I know Wednesday's not happy when that happens.
So then Uncle Fester uses his electricity powers or whatever.
Yeah. To bring Thing back to life, barely. Mm-hmm. He's already been through hell and high water because he has the stitches all over his body, technically, which is a hand. So it's fun.
Then she thinks she figures it all out. They arrest Xavier, right? And she thinks it's her therapist.
Yeah, she was trying, I think, a bit much. She was trying to find somebody. And the easier pick was Xavier, because he had been showing up at certain times when the monster would disappear.
Right.
But I'm like, that was too easy, because the timing was kind of off, and some of the times he showed up to the crime or the scene when something had just went down.
Yeah. But then she figures out, it's not her, because the therapist gets killed by the monster. And then she kisses Tyler at the end of that and has a vision. She's like, uh-oh. And she sees who the real the monster is. And it is Tyler.
It's Tyler.
Spoilers.
It breaks her little heart. Well, it won't break her heart. It just it makes her mad because it's Wednesday, and she now wants blood, literally, but she wants to make sure, Then she got to find out who's controlling. And in episode 8, which is called, what is this thing called? A Murder of Woes. In episode 8, that's when she finds out that Tyler is who Tyler is being controlled by.
So then she gets all the Nightshade people together in episode 8 to go track down Tyler.
Confronting Tyler.
And they capture him, and then she tries to torture him, and they're like, "We're out. We didn't know we would be doing torture. What did this turn into?"
Because she knows she should have relayed the message and said, "Hey, he's a hide. He changes into this big ugly monster, so I could torture him. It's not going to hurt him. It's just going to bring the hide out." Now, if she did that, then everybody wouldn't have bounced on her.
Right.
That would have helped her in her case. But that scene right here that's about to happen with Tyler, I'm like, I knew when he started walking down in the police, when he says, "Dad, I want to say something to her."
Yeah.
I'm like, he's going to trash talk. I said, I knew it then. I'm like,
Did
he's
ya?
died.
Yeah.
I said, he's died. He's showboating. He's monologuing, which every villain does right before either they die or they win, one or the other.
Great point. He confesses everything to her. The cops came and stopped her before she could torture more. Then amazingly, no one presses charges.
Well,
All she does is get expelled. Like she's about to torture someone. They're like, "You're fine. Just leave." Like,
well,
what?
it was the killer. That's why. It was the killer. So it was
okay.
There's no crime being done when it's the bad guy. So that's why she's not arraigned or arrested or anything. You know, and so this is a lead up into that, and then we find out, boom, that the original Wednesday is Christina Ricci,
Miss Thornhill.
Miss Thorne, that's her name.
Who is actually Laurel Gates from the 90s.
Girl, the family that died because of the brother that was trying to poison all of them, the dad that wanted Nevermore not to be there, boom, boom, boom. And I knew that had connections to it. Like they set it up early by mentioning how the dad died, and I'm like, okay, now we just got to figure out, because the daughter's, you know, he said, oh, the daughter died as well. She hung herself over in Germany or something. Yeah. And I'm like, to say that story in like episode 2, that told me somebody that killed. I said, she's not dead. I told myself that she's not dead. Yeah. So she's going to pop up somewhere in the last final episodes, which she obviously does. We find out she's
foreshadowing.
I love the foreshadowing. I love that. I love good foreshadowing. And that was good foreshadowing because the way they did it, I mean, when you're a good foreshadower writer, when you write that into your stories, you got to make it not as clear as the obvious.
Right. You got to sneak it in there where you can look back and go, oh, you don't want to make it be like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
I know what
then you have guys like us to say, hey, there it is right there.
So, yeah, she finds out Miss Thornhill is actually Laurel Gates. She was the one in control of Tyler, the Hyde, and Gates is trying to resurrect Crackstone, that Pilgrim dude.
Ugly looking dude.
And apparently needs Wednesday Addams' blood or something. I don't know.
Yes. To be alive, to come and kill all the Nevermore kids. And so the good thing is they're able to get them out safely. And then her roommate wolfs out finally right here.
Yeah. Well, real quick, back to when they get the Crackstone, right? And then he stabs Wednesday.
Yes.
I wrote down Wednesday just got stabbed. Like, what's going on? And then they figure out some BS way to make her heal quickly.
Well, it's her.
Well, I know, but it's just like it's to
you
me.
Didn't like
just
it?
Like, let's stab her, and then 60 seconds later, let's figure out a way to make her better.
But
and
she's
have
the
Goody
heroine.
Adams' spirit pass. There's just make up something up. Well, how are we gonna make her better?
She's the heroine. She can't die. She's like Luke Skywalker. You can
I know,
injure
but
her.
I just thought it was weird. Like all of a sudden, they're like, yeah, "I know how to fix this. Just have the spirit of the other person pass through." And I'm like,
right? Yeah, she's the hero. So you can't take Wednesday out. You could hurt her. You could damage her, but you can't kill her because.
And then that scene right there. You see her stab?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. What did I write? So Wednesday stabs Crackstone with part of a broken sword blade, but how the heck did she hold on to it and twist it and not cut or tear her hands apart? Like you're going to grab the side of a sword, stab it. Number one, it'd slip and slice your hand.
Right. True.
I got mad at that. I'm sorry.
Well, you're being detailed. You're being very observed. You're observing with fine eye detail. I love that, John. I love that.
Jeff Cake says, John, I want to know what's your favorite show because your critics be tough.
Oh, super hard. I mean, but you got a point there because to the blind eye, you'd be like, oh, she won. She stabbed Crackstone in the chest. Game over. But it's like, that's the top of a blade of a sword that she just had. That
it's these little things, Ahman, that I wish they would just like, instead of doing that, why not have it be a knife? Like include a knife in the scene somehow so you can actually hold on to the blade. It's just a little tweak, that I wouldn't be so dumb about. By the way, Enid turning into wolf, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, she wolfed out finally. We were waiting a whole season for it. You know, her mother, her family. Well, I say more her mother than her dad, obviously, when they had the parents' weekend, wanted her to wolf out then. So now she did, and it was at a good time because she was able to fight off the Hyde to save Wednesday from the Hyde, and then but that's when she got stabbed by Crackstone that you didn't like because of the little finite details of it. But no, you're right, because I do that with some horror movies. I'm very critical of details of dying, you know, the way people fall, to hold up. dude just got shot in the leg. How is he full on sprinting right now?
Right.
It doesn't add up. He got shot in the kneecap. He can't even think about walking right now, and he's sprinting. Like, nah, bro,
That ain't
that
happening.
that ain't happening. So I'm with your point of the stab and the twist, because you're gonna definitely cut your hand somewhere,
Her
especially
hand
on the
is
twist.
screwed. Yeah.
I mean, when you put it in, that's momentum. So that momentum, your knuckles here sliding across the blade, that's you slicing in blood.
And then
You'd be
you're
able
gonna
to kill him.
grab blades and twist blades.
Yeah,
No, you're gonna slice your
unless you
fingers
got the Hulk, you got Hulk blood in you.
Oh, yeah,
then you good to go.
whatever.
Or Wolverine. Wolverine
Oh,
got that down.
He doesn't care.
You gonna live.
So to wrap it up, so then apparently who's our little buddy that should have died as well?
Eugene.
Eugene
Yep.
unleashes
Eugene saves the day with the bees.
Yeah.
And everything.
And apparently a bunch of bees kills Laurel Gates. And then to wrap it all
That's
up,
one hell of a way to die, though.
a bunch of bee stings.
Yeah.
So then Xavier gives Wednesday a gift. It is a phone. And I love
yeah, that's
right
right.
at the end. Right at the end, like, there's season 2 coming, and it says it at the very end of the episode, like season 2 coming. But and then she gets a text. Wednesday does on her brand new phone from an unknown number. Someone's sending pictures of herself. She's
and her
being
dying
stalked
and stabbed.
Yep. Then they show Tyler turning into a monster as he's being taken away.
So that's not good.
Vehicle, nope. And then it's setting up season 2. It's setting up more of the same for season 2. So Ahman, it brings us to final grades. Final grade time.
Okay.
So just to let everybody know, this is how I grade movies and TV shows that we review here on the Gamers Lounge podcast. Here, I got to bring up the right thing. All right. A 6 or 6.5. Go ahead and watch it if you really want to. Anything below 6, probably not. 7 or 7.5. It's good and it's probably worth your time. 8 or an 8.5. It's really good and you need to watch this. A 9. It is exceptional. It is a must watch. A 9.5. I could not recommend it more. This is elite. A 10. An all-time elite program.
Yes. Where are you at?
7.5.
You're at 7.5.
It's good and it's probably worth your time.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm right above you with an 8.5. It's really good and you need to watch it. I'm there with it. Well,
I didn't want to. I was trying to figure out how am I going to grade this, and I gave Andor, I think, an 8.5 or a 9.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't give it an 8 if Andor gets an 8.5 because I really liked Andor, and I don't think they're on the same level. I don't know, 7.5. It's good. It's really, listen, like I said a couple of shows ago, it is what it is. It is a whodunit detective type of series, and it's really well done. And there's fun, fresh characters, and she knocks it out of the park playing Wednesday Addams.
Great job, Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega. So 7.5. It is good, and it's probably worth your time.
Definitely worth your time.
And you give it an 8.
I give it an 8.5.
Really good. You need to watch it.
8.5.
You going 8.5?
I'm going 8.5, man. 8.5.
8.5?
8.5. Okay. All right. And so that brings us to the end of our show today. Man, great job, Jon. I love your feedback. It's always good. I know JFK loves your stuff.
What we're doing next, we have to do The Last of Us on HBO now.
Yeah. Yep. So
I say we just do it. We'll do the first 2 episodes next week.
Yep. Yeah,
okay.
We could do that. I watched our first 2 episodes already. So boom.
So just to let everybody know, we're doing The Last of Us. We're going to eventually catch up in real time on week by week. So we'll be only doing 1 episode until March 12th. And then after that, I think the plan is to go to The Mandalorian. So we'll do a couple episodes a week till we catch up in real time to The Mandalorian.
Ooh, big fun there. Good stuff coming.
Which I can't wait for.
A lot of pure entertainment for all of us. Social media is at the bottom. Don't worry about that Twitter right now for mine. Go to Instagram, go Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge on TikTok. And then, Jon, where else they can find you other than your Instagram and Twitter right there?
At Jon Audius Radio on Twitter, at JonCast Podcast on Twitter, and on Instagram. I do a Wisconsin type of sports-based podcast. By the way, new episode coming out with Dorsey Levins, who you do the Green and Gold G Lounge with.
Yep.
It was great. We had a great conversation.
It's a good talk.
Yeah.
Dorsey's a good talk.
Yeah.
I can't wait till you have Gilbert. You're gonna have some fun with Gilbert.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I don't know where to start. He, like, in the first minute of my podcast that I'm going to release, I think it's in a couple of weeks with Dorsey, he rips Gilbert. Like,
I told you
in the first minute.
He's gonna have some fun. You're gonna have some fun with the both of them. Like, yeah, he's a good talk though.
But I do interview a Wisconsin basketball player. He's a freshman, Connor Sejan. If you watch Badger Hoops, I know they're trying to make a push to the tournament, but man, he's this freshman kid that he's got something, man. He's got something going.
That's good. They need that. Big Ten tournament coming up in a month, right?
It's going to be here, man. It's going to be here like that.
You got to get.
I always say, because I call the women's basketball games, I always say once we hit February, which is today, February 1st, like the next month, it feels like 6 days. It's just the games, and all of a sudden it's the Big Ten tournament, and then the season is over usually. But
hopefully it's not.
Hopefully not. Hopefully they can win the whole damn tournament and make the NCAA.
Yes, indeedy. Yeah. All right, we'll be back here next week. Same bat channel, same back time. I was going to try to go to Super Bowl, but no, I got some important things to do here in Lincoln. Get done, get my program, my classes all inputted into the app that we use as teachers here. So I'm going to do that stuff. Focus on the work. Get the work done. Maybe Super Bowl next year. When I have a year in the seat and we're in our facility, we won some games and a championship in Valorant and League of Legends and Rocket League. Boom, there we go. I'm putting that good thoughts out there, positivity out there, John. We're going to do big stuff here in Lincoln, Nebraska for the Nebraska Esports program. All right. So everybody, like I said, see you next week, and I hope you have a good rest of your week and watch the Pro Bowl games, I guess. If you're super excited for that, check it out. It's on probably like Fox or CBS. Check your local listings. That's all I'll say. Check your local listing for the Pro Bowl games. So it's gonna be flag football, dodgeball, I think golf. I think they're playing ping pong. I'm like, man, what
golf?
Yeah. I'm like, man, you need to play some Madden. They need to get the Madden tournament going with these kids.
Oh yeah, why don't they do that?
We'll see. They'll do it next year because I'm gonna bring the idea into them. Yeah, if they're not watching this show. All right. So see you next week, John. Everybody in the chat. See y'all. Or I might be on stream later this week. Watch the Discord. Peace.
Thank you.